CAMPROS tent is the perfect family tent you've ever seen. With the dimension of 14 by 9 by 6 height featuring 3 queen air mattresses or 8 sleeping bags are well fit in the tent. Ideal for family car camping or camping site. Check the link in the description below to get the most updated price in real time. You never know when these things might go on sale. What makes this product a smarter choice? Number 1. Durable and high-quality material, made with 185T polyester. With the 1000 mm polyurethane hydrostatic rated coating high-tech, the tent guarantees PU 1000 mm water resistant. The tent stays completely dry under the light rain. CAMPROS tent keeps you warm and takes you to sweet dreams at night. Ideal for outdoor camping, hiking, fishing in all weather. Number 2. Easy setup, no particular skills needed. 2 people could set up the tent easily in 5 minutes. The camping tent comes with a smooth 2-way zipper and well-made poles. The carry bag is 24.6 by 8.26 by 8.26 inches big as a sleeping bag. You could restore the tent in the carry bag easily. Number 3. Breathable and separated room. The camping tent has 1 large mesh door, 5 mesh windows and a mesh tent top, which allow the breeze to come in and keep the bugs out. CAMPROS tent comes with a separated curtain to provide divided rooms. You could also enjoy movie time at night when projecting on the divided curtain. The camping tent weighs 17.4 pounds. You could carry the bag in your backpack or store it in the car easily. And so much more. Thanks for watching. I leave my affiliate links down in the video description below. Click on those links and they'll give you most updated prices in real time. You never know when these things might go on sale.
This is a review of the Core 9-Person Instant Cabin Tent. It's 14 feet by 9 feet and it sets up with 1 person in under 4 minutes. So you can see here that I'm taking out the rain fly. I'm putting that aside. Everything comes packed in a pretty cool travel bag. It's very well made. It seems like it'll last for a long time. When you take the tent out, its total weight is about 25 pounds. So it's not the lightest. You'll probably want to do some car camping and not do backpack camping or anything crazy like that with this type of tent. The middle part is going to stick up, and then there's little arms that fold out. So you're going to want to fold out each one of those arms. You can see here that I saw that the back of the tent was facing forward, so I had to turn it around quickly. But each of those arms fold out, and you want to be very careful with those arms. Even though they're steel, they have joints that probably could bend if you force them in a way that they're not supposed to be moved. So I'm really careful about pulling those arms up but not forcing them out. You can see because it's a large tent, it is a little cumbersome for 1 person. There's supposed 30-second setup or 60-second setup, whatever it is. It has to be with 2 people. But I have no problem setting this up by myself. The poles just extend out and then they click and you just keep going around. There are 6 different poles, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and then 1 on each side. And you can see that all the straps are attached. There's a mesh roof to allow a lot of airflow, plenty of windows to allow a lot of airflow, and you would have no problem putting this up in the dark or immediately when you get to your campsite outdoor every single time you want to go in and out of the tent. So I love this tent. This is my favorite tent. I plan on keeping this tent for many years. And I looked at plenty of different tents by Coleman. I looked at some Walmart tents. There's plenty of different tents out there. There's way too many. But if you take a look at the big, large windows, this is a great tent to have for family camping. Thanks for watching.
I have this set up in my backyard. I'm getting ready for a big cross-country camping trip with the family, so I wanted to make sure I knew how the tent worked. A couple things I'll go over. Oh, and I will mention it just rained for 24 hours straight yesterday, so it hasn't rained today, but I did have some issues with the tent in the rain, and I'll talk about those too. First thing, I'm really glad I did set this up at home because surprisingly, when I got my tent and we put it up, the first issue we ran into was the rain fly that came with the tent here was actually too small for the tent. It was sewn incorrectly. it took us a while to figure that out. We messed around with it for a bit and thought it was human error, until we finally gave up and figured out that actually it just wasn't the right dimensions. So I called Bushnell, and they were very good. They sent out a new rain fly that was on a Friday. It arrived on Monday, or they told me I could return it to Walmart. My local Walmart doesn't have these though. So once you understand it, it's really simple, and it goes up really fast. But that first time, no, especially if you're out camping, it's 10 o'clock at night, you're trying to set up your tent, that would be awful if you didn't know how the system worked. It's a little counterintuitive. You kind of bend some bars backwards, which seems odd, but it works, and it makes sense once you do it. The only other issue with this tent is the carry case is super long. I mean, like, really long. Like I said, I'm used to dome tents. This thing, it's long, heavy. It actually does not fit in my trunk straight across. So I'm probably going to have to put a back seat down while we're driving to get it in there. That was a bit of a surprise. And the weight was a surprise. It's pretty heavy duty, but it's also heavy. So anyway, there you go. That's my review of the Bushnell 11 by 9 cabin style tent. Thanks.
Okay, I've never done a tent review before, but I couldn't find the kind of review I wanted on YouTube, so I thought I'd make my own. I did buy the Core Equipment 12-man tent. It is the instant tent. Never had one of those before. It's pretty easy to set up, pretty quick. Didn't even read the instructions. We are a big family, 8 people, do a whole lot of camping, have for a lot of years. We're replacing our Alaknak. Maya, come back up here, bud. Thank you, Pumpkin. We decided to replace our Alaknak simply because it was a beast to set up, to put up in the state parks. So we wanted something a little bit smaller, but we really like our space. So the things I didn't find on the other reviews that I was looking for, one is a review of this T-door and how it's set up. I loved that about our Alaknak. None of that silly D-door. It's good rain fly on it. Funny little clips here. You'll see on each one of these poles, they telescope out and then lock into place here. And then your clip for your rain fly is a little different than anything I've ever seen. It's this style. And it has to go on this lower pole to get to clip on, which I can't quite do with one hand. These do not, they do adjust a little bit. They don't get any longer than this, but it's enough. The ends of the corners here on these instant tents, they don't come out. They stay locked in. So, you know, you just stake them in the ground. They don't come loose. My one little issue that I had with this, and we'll see if it'll be a problem or not, is that this rain fly piece right here that goes over the top, it's got a little bar in it. It's not, there's no Velcro holding it in up here. You can slip it out, which is okay. But where this bar goes in to this clip, you can't really see it very well. It doesn't sit down in there right. It really should be more at an angle like that to fit into that little loop. It looks like it's almost gonna pop out. I'm afraid a good gust of wind might pop this out, but we'll try it and see. I'll update in a few months after our first good rain, and we'll see if the wind knocks it out. This is your space and ventilation above the tent, between the tent roof and the rain fly. All of that is attached. There's no detaching and moving poles. The rest of it looks really good. I'm really excited about this. I think it'll be a good in-between, you know, not quite an outfitter tent, but something more than our average Ozark Trails or whatever's out there. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.
Hi, I'm Taylor with the Coleman Company, and I'm here with our Instant Tent 8. This tent is just like all of our other Instant Tents, and it goes up in under a minute. Megan and Alex are going to demonstrate just how easy it is to set it up, and I will tell you a little bit more about how great it is. As you can see, it unfolds quickly, and setting it up is just a matter of extending the pre-attached poles and clicking them into place. Let's hear that sound one more time. They'll do that on all 4 corners and in the middle until it starts to look like a traditional tent. And don't forget to guy out your tent as well. This tent doesn't need a rain fly because the WeatherTech seams are fully taped for great protection from the rain. And heavy-duty fabric, twice the size of our standard nylon, will stand up to the wind even better. Inside, large windows are open for incredible ventilation. This spacious tent also has a 6-foot, 4-inch center height, so most adults are even able to stand and move around. On the floor, there's enough room for 2 queen air beds or 8 people. And that's it. That's how easy it is to set up the tent. The last great thing about this tent is that it goes down in under a minute as well. We hope you enjoy camping, and we'll see you outside.